everyone. I'm JV Wong, and welcome to Ignited, where great people share great insights. I would love it if you will like and subscribe our channel, Ignited with JV Wong, and our Spotify podcast as well. Maraming salamat po. Our conversation for today is so interesting, practical, and timely, which is ignited by the right use of money. Yes, you heard that right, not wrong use of money. We know that money is important in our lives, but it becomes disruptive if we will look at it the wrong way, worse if we will mismanage our money. Our speaker for today has been invited in our previous podcast, and I'm super grateful that he said yes once more. So maraming salamat po to our guest speaker. With over 3,000 talks which our guest speaker has done in the Philippines and abroad, Coach Jayson is a top-ranked visionary speaker who changes the way his audience think and act through his thought-provoking messages. Based on my experience moderating for him, he would even throw stories and challenging questions to his audience, you'll end up really reflecting during and after his talk. Our speaker for today is an entrepreneur by heart. He started companies as a multi-industry entrepreneur in different industries such as manufacturing, direct selling, trading, and the restaurant business. So I'm very sure that our guest speaker has rich experiences on handling or mishandling money. From being a millionaire, take note, he lost it all at the age of 30. His misfortune cost him millions of debt, as in utang. God is good though. He was able to pay back his debts in 2 years. At papaano niyang nagawa ito? With this experience, his wisdom in wealth management made him wiser, and he would usually share his life story through his book, Determined, and his debt-free talks attended by thousands. He is the author of best-selling books like Unique, Understanding Others by Understanding You, and Determined, Take Control of Your Finances and Your Life. I would say in my previous podcast, when we invited him, he is a dedicated family man, a corporate evangelist, and a supportive friend. That is how I personally describe Coach Jayson Law. Coach Jayson.
Hi, Coach JV. Thank you so much for having me again, and thank you for igniting us. You know, you are one of the most positive people I know. If you're with Coach JV, talagang sobra yung positivity. Umaapaw. Siksik, liglig at umaapaw. And thank you for having me again here.
Humuhugot ako ng positivity sa mga nakakausap ko. Translation, I get my energy from the people like you who I talk to. So thank you for saying yes, for being generous of your time, your talent, and your energy. We will go direct to our fireside chat question. Coach Jayson, inamin mo, mostly in your talks, you have admitted that you experienced big time debt. Tama po ba? Just to validate.
When we lost our business, we lost a lot of money and we incurred a huge debt. So that's when I wrote my book, Determined. In Tagalog, the title is #Hugot.
Yes. And as spelled, it's not spelled as D-E-T, but it is called debt, as in D-E-B-T, determined. Yes. In one of our webinars, which I moderated for you, attended by thousands of medical practitioners, you showed this book to everyone and you said that this is how debts would happen and this is how you can recover from debt. Can we talk about that? Like, what are the lessons you gained from being in debt and out of debt? Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah. I'll be having a talk next week. On Monday, I'll be speaking to doctors on finance. The very next day, I'll be speaking for soldiers. And it's interesting to note that no matter what your profile is in life, whether you're a lawyer, even you're an accountant, may nagpapakonsult sa akin, accountant, million yung utang. I love this quote by Dave Ramsey. He said that money is 80% behavior and 20% head knowledge. It's not what you know, it's what you do with what you know. It's our behaviors. So that is the more yung kumbaga from a day-to-day basis, it's about our behaviors, but on a deeper level, and I've heard this many years ago, that our spending decision or all spending, they are actually spiritual decisions that we make. All spending decisions are spiritual decisions. And that actually resonated with me until today.
So when you say spiritual decisions, would you like to expound on that? Like, first of all, let's define from your point of view, personal or spiritual, and then slide through your spiritual management of money. Go ahead.
When we start with handling our finances, we need to understand what our purpose is, first and foremost. And many people, they get into debt because they feel like the purpose of their money is it's for them. It's not that it was just given to them and they are managers of life's blessings. We do not own our life. We do not own our money. In fact, if we own our life, then we should know when we will die, and that is a scary proposition. Now, with our money, we also do not own our money. God owns it, and He is using us to be a conduit of to bless others, a conduit of inspiring others through the life we are living, and it starts from there. In the Bible, when God created Adam and Eve, He actually blessed them first before they started working. In other words, we are operating in such a way that we are already blessed because God has already blessed us. Our life is a blessing. Breathing, being alive right now is a blessing. So now, if we operate from a standpoint of being blessed, everything that we do, it falls into place that from there, we can be a blessing to others through our life. Does that make sense?
You know what's striking for me is that now I'm looking at how I personally use my money, and you are sharing with me and to our viewers that we are stewards of our money. It's given to us, and it's up to us how we will take care or waldas our money. Tama ba, Coach?
Yeah.
Yun ang naririnig ko na ito ay ipinahiram sa atin. We are being lent the money and the assets and all the blessings we have, and it depends now on how we will make use of it.
Correct. Lagi yan Coach JV. Right after a seminar, the very first question that people would ask me, whether it's about business, dahil marami na rin tayong business na nalugi, or with money, is this question: saan mo maganda mag-invest? Ano may magandang business na simulan? And I love this definition of entrepreneurship in Latin, which is the word entreprendere. It means to take care of, to cultivate. Going deeper, to take care of what? To take care of what we already have. So that is the wrong question. The question that we should be asking is, what do we have? Ano ba yung meron tayo? And from there, grow it.
Ano ba yung meron tayo? What do I have right now and how I can optimize it? Not what does our neighbor have and why I don't have it.
The lesser we want, the richer we are. The most important and the most powerful financial principle is contentment. And I myself am a work in progress. We learn contentment. It's not inherent within us. Our human nature is we want more and more and more. It will never be enough. Kaya if you ask someone, how much do you think do you need to have in order for you to feel that you are already wealthy, you're rich? And they would give, they don't know the amount. They would just blurt out a number, and you ask them why. Well, it sounds enough. It sounds fulfilling. It sounds big. And that's the reason. If we do not know how much or what the purpose of our money is for, then it will never be enough. You earn your first 100,000, it won't be enough. You move to the next 100,000, and then to your first million, second million, 10 million. You say that if I have 10 million in the bank, I would be okay already. But then, you guessed it, we want more. More and more and more. But if you're contentment, And I love this. I read this from the book of Injapsia, the youngest billionaire, Mang Inasal. He said that early in life, we have to learn contentment. So that once you become successful, you're already content. Because contentment and success are two very different things. But be content, never satisfied. Satisfaction would always be about other people, not about ourselves. So that's the balance.
Yeah. Coach Jayson, when you say contentment, does it mean that when I'm content, I will no longer have the desire to accumulate, to invest in a new venture? Go ahead. Because some of our viewers might say, pag contento na tayo, okay na to, this is okay with me. No need to add, no need to produce. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I mentioned that contentment and success are different, and satisfaction and contentment are also different. So contentment, ito siya, no? Parang, yeah, kala mo naghanda ng props, no?
Meron.
May baso, right? Contentment, the contents of our glass. If the content is already full, now there's no room for it anymore. It spills over. However, this is how God designed us. God also designed us for growth. So when you're contented and you're growing, God will move you forward. And once you move forward, He's going to expand you again. And your cup grows.
Will become bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, pupunuin na naman yan, spill na naman. Kailangan kasi puno tayo eh. Kaya para ma-bless din yung others. And then, He will give you more and more opportunities and bigger platforms. That's contentment. Satisfaction naman, kasi in the book, The Purpose-Driven Life, it starts with the words, it is not about you. The very first statement, 40 plus million books, purpose-driven life, it starts with, it's not about you. That's how we discover our purpose. It's not about us serving something that's bigger, greater than us. Serving God, for instance. And ang satisfaction, kapag napuno na tayo, remember that illustration that I gave? I don't know if I gave it dun sa session natin with the pharmaceutical company with the doctors. When you plant a seed into the ground, it will start to germinate. And then that seed will become a plant, and then it will start to grow and grow until it reaches the proper season. Have I shared this?
You shared a photo of it, of a seed growing. And I remember us discussing about abundance mentality.
Yeah. So yung plant, the proper season is when it cannot grow anymore because it has reached its maximum capacity. So now the plant is forced to gather more food. It has nowhere to put it anymore. It now puts it in a special storage container. And that special storage container is called a fruit. It means that fruits are excess food of plants. So yun yung satisfaction natin. Kumbaga, our true calling in life is not really to be successful. Of course, we pray and hope that everyone will be successful so that we can be a blessing to others. But our true calling in life is to be fruitful. Another word for that is significance. Dahil yung fruit, sa punong-puno ka na, you have to give it away. And if you don't, mabubulok yan. And pag nabulok yon, apektado yung plant, mamamatay yung plant, magkakasakit. But pag the plant gives its fruit away, pinitas yan, the plant will become healthier and grow more fruits. So sa akin, yun yung, by the way, this is the book, Determined, spelled DEBT, ayan, take control of your finances and your life. So I learned the hard way because we were millions in debt, what contentment, what true success is really about.
Can you show that book again? Go ahead. Where can we find that book, Coach?
Huwag niyo lang pansinin yung picture. Ito, huwag niyo pansinin yung picture.
So please let us know where we can find your book. I have that book. And thank you to that webinar. I was given a gift of that book with your signature. Take control of your finances in your life. Go ahead. Where can we get a hold of this book?
You can find it in Shopee, Unique Publishing, or you can visit my website, jaysonlo.com. JAYSONLO.com.
And so with that, as we almost close our episode, very striking when you shared about contentment. And contentment doesn't mean stopping producing, but contentment is also growing in abundance, aligned with God's purpose of how you use your money. And also, you did mention about paying it forward, meaning kung may blessing na dumating sa'yo, it's also bearing fruits and sharing the fruits with others. Tama ba, Coach?
Yes, I couldn't have said it better.
Hold on, meron akong isang question na gusto kong tanungin. It's also for me and my family. So how can we ensure that we have good amount of savings for the future?
When we lost everything, actually, I was bankrupt twice, although the first one is minimal lang. And it's fortunate that it happened when I was really young. Yung second, yun yung malaki. I told myself, this will never happen to me again. So during the pandemic, we were prepared. Kahit na tumagal yung pandemic, handa kami. Yun yung kailangan natin eh. We need to have funds for emergencies, like an umbrella. Is your umbrella the huge umbrella yung pang beach? Or is it the regular one? Or is it the umbrella na nilalagay sa pagkain yung may toothpick? Maraming ganun yung umbrella ng mga tao. Pag umulan, and it will rain. There is a study that in the next 10 years, 80% of us would have 8 out of 10 an emergency in terms of a crisis. So we will start with that, with the concept that whatever it is that you earn, you pay yourself first. Set aside a certain percentage how much you will save until you reach the first month of your what we call emergency fund. An emergency fund is the equivalent of our living expenses. So for example, your living expenses, you have 2-3 kids, let's say it's 50,000 a month. So the first month would be 50,000, and then you need at least 6 months to 1 year. They say before it's 3 months to 6 months, but we can see in the pandemic it has to be more. So 6 months to 1 year. So if it's
Yung
1 year,
pandemic, no?
oo. Kaya yun yung problem. Ready dapat tayo. 50,000 times 12, how much is that? That's 600,000. So you have 600,000 wherein it's in your emergency fund. Anytime you can withdraw it. That's the starting point. That's the building block. And everything else would be possible. Investing would be possible, and all sorts of opportunities that will come your way.
You're saying, Coach, again, ako po, what I'm learning from here is that number one, ask yourself, what is my purpose of being a steward of this money? Second, learn how to be contented and yet grow abundantly. The third one is pay forward, share your blessings with the people around you and bear fruits.
Right.
Your final message to our listeners and viewers who would like to be ignited by the right use of money. Go ahead, Coach.
Just remember that our money, it's just it's all the problems that you're experiencing, they're symptoms of a deeper problem. And all the blessings that you will be experiencing, it is also coming from a root of purpose. So whatever you do, Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as if working for the Lord and not for men. Give it your best every single time. Not just for people, not just to serve others, but because you have an audience of one over there, and he sees what you do in secret. And I believe that opportunities will come your way. Dagdagan ko lang ng konti, no? Show up. Pati sa area ng finances. Parang ang layo, no? Finances yung pinag-usapan natin, but I want to talk about this. Show up and God will show off through you.
To our viewers, families, and friends who gave our time, your energy, and somehow your thought about money, maraming salamat po. Again, Coach Jayson and I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe our channel, Ignited with JB Wong, and we are present on Spotify podcast as well. Find us and we will find you. Maraming salamat po, and God bless everyone. Stay safe. Bye, Coach Jayson.